Alright guys, it's Wilson again. This is the second 3D printing video, and I'm going to show you how to go from the computers to the 3D printers and get them started. The first thing you need to do is you need to understand which printer you're going to print to. This is the Prusa, and it has an 8-inch by 8-inch by 8-inch cube of area that it can print in. So big things or a lot of little things are what make this printer really effective, because you can print a bunch of little things at once. These printers are called the Monoprice Minis, and these are convenient because we have a lot of them, but they print a much smaller area, 4-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch up. And they don't print quite as well, but you shouldn't wait for that one if these are open. So once you know which printer you're going to print from, you need to remove the SD card from them so you can put a file on it. With this printer, the SD card is here, and it's really important to notice you put it in with the pictures, the words, away from you and the metal towards you. So we're going to grab that. And these guys, the SD cards, are right here on the side, and they take little micro SD cards like your phone. You push them in, and they pop out. You can grab it, and then to put it in, you slide it in easily. If it's hard to slide in, something's wrong. You push it in. Sometimes you hear a click, sometimes you don't. But all right, I have the media for both the Prusa and the Monoprice. And to stick it into the computer, these go in with the picture up and the metal forward, like so. And these have to go into an adapter like this, and you just slide them in like so and push it together like that. These are around, just look for one. Your teacher might have one. And you put it in like so. You might hear a little sound. Now, when you don't have media in here, this is Prusa from the first video. When you don't have media in here, this says save to file. So you can save it anywhere on your computer. If you want to email it to somebody, this is a great option. When you have an SD card in there, Prusa notices, and you can just click Save to Removable Device, or Removable Drive. There we go. It says it's saved, and we are good to go. Now, here's a problem. Do you see this? I'm using the wrong hands here. Do you see the spaces here? Those spaces will cause errors on the Monoprice Mini machines. So you want to go to File Explorer, go to your USB drive, and then remove the spaces from the file. If you see anybody else who has spaces in their file, right-click, rename, get rid of the spaces. Spaces in somebody else's file will mess up yours. Okay, none of these have spaces in them. I can go down here, click on my media, and eject it. It's gone, so I can remove it, like so. Put this back where you found it. And let's go over to the printers and see how to get a file started. Step 1, go to the back of the machine, turn it on, Step 2, put the SD card in, image up, make sure it seats nicely, push it in. Step 3, this is a button, this is not a touch screen. See how my selection works? Go to print. Now if you get no files, you got to play around a little bit with turning it off, turning it on, trying again, no files, remove the SD card, hit print. All right. If this happens, ask Wilson. He has some tricks for you. Or Smelser. This is a different SD card. Find the part you want to print. If you see this, it should print okay. Now this machine has no filament in it. This machine does. So, you want to make sure there's filament and it's the color you want before you print. I want to show you this machine looks a little different than this one did. See the difference in menus? Same thing. You go to print and there's no SD card in this one. I wonder if this one will read the other SD card. Wrong menu. Yep. Cool. To run the Prusa, power's right here if you need it. Make sure everything is removed from the platform. Oh, make sure everything's removed from these platforms too. You don't want to print on top of anything. The SD card goes in like so. This is a button. Don't press that button. That's an emergency button. Press it in emergencies. So we're going to press this button, print from SD, and then you're going to choose something that you wanted to print. This means Mark III. Prusa i3 Mark III. If you have that in front of your file, it means it's optimized for the Prusa, and that's a good thing. So let's say I wanted to print mini fins. When you get this screen, you're good to go. Over here, if we print something, these are the new files. Notice here you have Monoprice Select Mini version 2 E3D. That's the Monoprice Mini version 2 printer. It is so important that you guys use the right file, meaning you selected the right printer in Cura, or you're going to damage my machines. Alright guys, as always, ask any questions you need for your teacher or from your teacher, and we will help you. But if you've watched these 2 videos, you now know how to use our 2 printers, and I expect to see some cool stuff come from you guys. Have fun.